So, it's official, guys. Nico Harrison was right. He was right, y'all. I don't even know what to say at this point, man. Nico Harrison was correct. Not only did Luka Doncic and the Lakers lose in the first round of the playoffs, get bounced out in just 5 games after securing the third seed at that, but the Mavericks have just landed the first overall pick in the upcoming 2025 NBA draft with 1.8% odds. I'm not making this up. They had less than a 2% chance at landing the first pick in the upcoming draft. And they just spanked them, they just cranked them, and secured the first overall pick. What? Like, they literally just won the Flagg sweepstakes. This is crazy. I mean, mainly because this is not a sorry team. Bro, they literally almost made the playoffs. They won the first game in the play-in tournament, and then they lost the second to the Memphis Grizzlies to get bounced out, but they literally could have been a playoff team. Like, they got Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, a very credible head coach in Jason Kidd, and they just landed the best prospect in the upcoming draft. I don't know what to say, man. Nico Harrison, don't know what he did. I don't know if he made a deal with Adam Silver under the table, but pretty much all we do know and all we can say is that the Mavericks' future, that not too long ago was looking very scary, after trading literally their franchise player for an injury-prone superstar, is now looking very bright now that they got the top prospect who many people believe is a generational talent. And today, we must break this down. So yeah, bro, y'all go ahead and let me know in the comments, man. What is your reaction to the Mavericks landing the first pick with less than 2% odds? And do you believe this whole thing was rigged? Do you believe Nico Harrison made a sacrifice and that we should all be saluting the man? Or why not? And yeah, bro, really quick here before I go any further. What's up, YouTube? Plug Speaks back with another video. If you're new, first of all, welcome. Go ahead and sub. Also like the video if you enjoy. I upload quality basketball content and we're on the grind to 6K, so I'm most deaf. Appreciate it. But yeah, bro, back to the video. I bet. So to be completely honest with y'all, I know we're talking about the Mavs right now, but please, we gotta have a moment of silence for the teams like the Wizards, the Utah Jazz, shit, damn near even my Hornets, for, tanking, truly being some of the worst teams in the NBA. These teams tried. Y'all. They did not want to win games, and they lost a whole lot of them. And they were rewarded with not even a top 3 pick. Not the Hornets, not the Wizards, or the Utah Jazz landed a top 3 pick. And those were the 3 teams with the best odds to land the first pick. How ridiculous is that? I mean, for those making the case that this whole thing is rigged, when you think about it like that, how can we deny it? I mean, real talk, how can we deny it? But anyway, back to the Mavs, right? The whole Mavs franchise and fan base should be celebrating right now. Like, I know at first it's probably feelings of disbelief, but after that, these folks gotta be celebrating. Who cares about what happened in the regular season? Who cares that y'all traded Luka? Listen, he drinks too many beers, he doesn't play defense, and the Lakers got bounced out in the first round. Look ahead to the future, because my goodness, it's looking mighty sweet. Y'all just landed the first pick, aka Flagg. I know we call a lot of players generational talents. It seems like every year we're hyping up someone new. But Flagg is seriously one of them ones. The man just turned 18 this past December. He's one of the youngest players in this upcoming draft class, has crazy upside, and the kid was playing against NBA legends, in the Team USA scrimmages last summer. We're talking fresh out of high school ahead of his freshman year at Duke. This is a time when a lot of kids his age are maybe doing internships, really working a summer job, really just trying to prepare for their freshman year. Bro was hooping against NBA legends, KD, LeBron, Anthony Davis, somebody who's about to be his teammate. Like, this is crazy, and he was holding his own. You feel me? And over the course of the season at Duke, the man did not disappoint. Bro was averaging 19 points, just under 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, and a steal, shooting 48% from the field and 38% from 3. We're talking talking just filling up the stat sheet, shooting efficiently, and playing both sides of the ball. You know, he's a forward, 6'9" at that. And the way he's able to, you know, not only get buckets, you know, shooting from the perimeter, going all the way to the basket and shooting mid-ranges as well, but also defend the other team's best player and hold his own on the defensive end. It all just screams first pick and makes it obvious he might just have a really nice NBA career. You know, just a couple more things here he did that was impressive in college. The man had a 42-point performance with no overtime. You know, college only has 2 halves. It has about 40 minutes overall, not 48 like the NBA. So when you hear 42 points, just know that's the equivalent of like a 50 piece, almost 60 for real, because they don't play that many minutes. And this is the type of things Cooper Flagg is capable of. Like, the kid just knows how to hoop, and this is the prospect that the Mavericks basically just landed. So yeah, and now that we hopefully all understand the significance of what just happened and the type of player the Mavs basically just landed, we must get into how Cooper Flagg will fit into the roster. And this is really interesting because when we look at the Mavericks, right, they already got 2 prime-time players. You know, injury-prone or not, when Anthony Davis is healthy, we're talking about a top 5 NBA player. Easy. Top 5 easy. Then on the other hand, you got Kyrie, one of the best scorers in the NBA. He may be aging, but this is one of the best ball handlers of all time. And in any given game, he could be the first scoring option. At worst, he's the second scoring option, right? And so what does this mean for Cooper Flagg? It means he's entering a situation where he may not really be given the keys to show his full skill set or capabilities in his rookie year. Like, he won't have a chance to be that ball dominant. You know, I'm not saying he can't do anything without the ball in his hands, but if you're averaging 19 points a game like he did at Duke, you're used to having the ball in your hands a good portion of the game. But see, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, when I think about this situation he's entering, where he's a top prospect entering a win-now situation where the team isn't nearly as terrible as their draft pick suggests, I think about the Celtics in 2017 or I think 2018 when they landed Jason Tatum. Like, I'm sure y'all remember, but just as a reminder, when Jason Tatum was drafted, the Celtics were in win now mode. You know, they had Kyrie Irving paying him a whole lot of money, and Jaylen Brown was trying to establish himself, and still Jason Tatum entered that situation, got straight to business, and showed flashes of what we see today, which is obviously a superstar MVP type of player. And so for Cooper Flagg in this situation, I see no different. You know, he may not be the first option, may not be the second option, but he could definitely establish himself as a third option, be the third leading scorer, and really show people that he's gonna be nice. And even though I really feel for my Hornets, I feel for the Wizards, the Utah Jazz, these teams that really did try to tank. I feel for all of them, but at least we know the Mavericks know how to develop players. You know, Dirk Nowitzki, Luka Doncic, they know how to develop quality talent. And so Cooper Flagg's future is definitely looking bright. But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all in this video. Y'all let me know your reaction to the Mavericks landing the first pick. Again, was this rigged? Do you believe there's more to this? Why not? Y'all think Cooper Flagg's rookie year gonna be nice, or will he be overshadowed by AD and Kyrie? Man, let me know. But yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all watching. Like the sub, share it, sub if new. I will see y'all boys in the next one, and I'm out.